Interestingly, Egypt is the only place we've done consecutive Zoholics despite COVID. Yesterday, backstage, we were discussing about the best crowd that we've had, and most of us who were here last year unanimously agreed that Egypt was the best crowd yet. So you guys were so warm, you were so kind, and there was always smiles, and the interactions were really great. So we hope to make this event even better than last year. Can we? Yes? Great. So thank you for joining us, and I hope all of you will join us tomorrow as well. We have lined up a lot of sessions, like 24 to be precise. I'll take you through the basic checklist. So this is the Wi-Fi St. Richard's Conference. You can use the username Zoho, no password. You can log in, and there are power sockets near the walls if you need your to charge your laptops. I'll leave the screen for a second, so you can either take pictures or log in. Okay. So this event is happening for 2 days. Day one is going to be completely one track. We will be doing the event in this floor. And on day two, we will split this room into 3. This will be track 1. And of course, the MCs will make the announcement tomorrow. Just for your convenience, I'm announcing this. It will again happen in the same flow. The one-on-ones are happening outside towards the left. We have a desk where people will be able to guide you. You can ask one of our employees wearing the red tag. There is a reception desk that you can't miss for one-on-one session, and there'll be somebody who will help you with which room you'll have to go. So we have 24 sessions in total today and tomorrow. The clicker is not working. So this is the agenda. You can scan, you can access agenda from 3 different places. One is you can use the link and log in into your website or your mobile, or scan the QR code. It will take you to the page. You can access your agenda there. And we have display boards outside, which is showing agendas. And when we split the room tomorrow, we will have display boards on both the tracks. And you can also download the event application, which is Zoholics, which is available both in the App Store and Google Play Store, where you can interact. If you're going to ask questions, it will be shown to us during the session. So I already informed you about the one-on-one sessions. You have the table outside there. We have sessions between post-lunch today and the whole day tomorrow. Today, all the sessions are booked. We have a few slots open tomorrow. So in case you need product experts, you need to talk to them, you need to sort out some issues, please book them. And there are only few of them left. And I would request you to please take as much pictures as possible and tag us and post us. And this is and we have an interesting giveaway for somebody who makes the best post from any of the handles. This is for your reference. So all of us in the red tag are Zoho employees, and the ones in the green are Zoho partners. So you can approach either of us if you have any questions. They are our extended family. They'll be able to help you. And the yellow ones are the attendees. Please try and network and talk to each other as much as possible. We're expecting about 160 attendees and 20 plus employees from different parts of the world, from Dubai and India, and even the local employees are here. And we have 30 plus partners who have traveled from different cities. We have arranged translations. So the translation booth is right behind you. So if you can go and collect your headphones after giving one of your identity cards. It is both from English to Arabic and Arabic to English. And I request you to please come back into the room when you hear the bell, when you're on your breaks or lunch, because we'd like to start the sessions on time. We're already running a little late, so to avoid further delay. And we have free parking. Please collect your vouchers on the way out from the registration desk and give it to the reception. And we'll also leave a bowl. Please drop your business cards. We have a surprise for one of you, and that will be announced tomorrow during the wrap-up session. So that's it. I hope you enjoy the show for the next 2 days, and thank you for joining us. I'd like to invite Haider Nizam, the president of MIA, to give us the keynote session. So Haider is one of the oldest, I mean, not by age, but with the experience. He's been with the company for almost 25 years. So this is his 25th year in the company. And he heads the fastest growing region, which is the Middle East and Africa. And apart from that, he also heads about 1/3 of the products in the company. And interestingly, he was the one who wrote the first line of code for Zoho Creator. How many of you are here Zoho Creator fans? So yeah, so Haider is the one who wrote the first line of code, and he handles the product itself. So over to you, Haider.
Thank you, Vaishnavi. Okay. Good morning, everyone. So, on behalf of our Zoho team here, I warmly welcome you all to this second edition of Zoholics in Cairo, Egypt. I'm really happy and honored to stand in front of you for two reasons. One is this is a great crowd. So we enjoyed our Zoholics last year. In fact, that's the reason why we took a conscious decision that we have to come back to second edition of Zoholics without skipping it. And all the team, my team, they flew from India exclusive for this event. So we care for you. Okay. So that's the first reason. Second reason is this market is really hot. This market is really good. And being a global company, presence in 180 countries, I can say that this market is bound to grow. And we're already seeing the numbers. That's more encouraging. And that's an opportunity for people inside this room, both partners and customers, And that's why I'm really excited to stand in front of you, taking up this keynote. So this is the 25th year for Zoho. So we have been in this business for last 25 years. 1996, we started this company. And we are proud that we are in this 25th year. And just for people who are new to Zoho, so how many people are using Zoho products for just last 1 year? Last 1 year. Okay. Last 2 years. Okay, that's a good crowd. Yeah. Last 5 years. Fantastic. Okay, we have customers for last 5 years. That's cool. So this presentation, the first part of the presentation for the benefit of people who joined recently, onboarded into Zoho, and the prospects who are evaluating Zoho, right, would be beneficial for you. So Zoho, as a company, excuse me. So Zoho as a company, we have been in this business for the last 25 years, 70 million registered users. As I speak, we crossed 70 million. And we have close to 500,000 paying customers globally, right? And we have customers in 180 countries. And we have 10,000 employees globally, right? Okay, so this is a global footprint. So you could see that how many offices and how many data centers we have here. So we have a data center in US, we have a data center in Europe, China, India, Australia. And you could see there's no red dot in the Middle East and Africa region. But we are setting up a data center in Dubai. Now we are almost on the verge of announcing that, probably end of this year or early next year. And offices, you could see like in Middle East, Dubai is our headquarters. And then we have an office in Jeddah. We have an office in Cape Town. And we are committed to this local market. We just set up an office in Cairo. Now we have we have hired people locally, and we are going to expand the team. Just to make sure we provide the best experience for our customers in this Egypt market, and show our commitment to this local market. So as I said, we are a bootstrapped, profitable company. We are a privately held company. We haven't taken a VC funding. Extremely profitable, zero debt, zero funding. And we are going strong. We are number one software product company in India. So we are doing extremely good, and we want to be the top 3 probably product company worldwide. So that's a kind of a commitment roadmap we are looking at. And we are a privacy focused company. As a customer, you have to understand what kind of company we are. We are really focused on privacy. We don't sell our customer data, unlike other competitors or other vendors. So when customer come to a website, we don't pass on that information to any other third party. So that's a kind of a privacy focused company we are. And we have taken all the compliance with when it comes to data security and privacy. We are GDPR compliant. We are we have SOC 2 compliance. We are ISO 27001 compliant. So we have all sort of certification when it comes to data privacy and security. And we are also privacy information management system compliant ready. So why I'm talking about privacy and security is just want to emphasize that we are seriously committed when it comes to privacy and security. And this is another interesting tidbit. We have removed all the third party from our website. You just go to zoho.com. We don't put any third party trackers. We don't sell your customer data to any other third party vendors. And this is another DNA of this company. We are technology focused company. We are, I would say, we are close to Apple model. If you observed the Apple's latest M1 chip release, Apple have been using Intel chips. They moved to M1 chip because the reason that they want to provide the best experience to customers in terms of better performance. So they want to control all the layer, right from chip to the hardware to the software to the app store. They control all the layers. Same approach here with Zoho. We want to control all the layers, and we work on all the layers. We have our own data centers. We run our own data centers. We have our own server configuration. We have our own software services and apps. And this pretty much summarizes what we are and who we are. So we are a long-term focused company. Take the example of Creator. Someone previous, my Vaishnavi mentioned about it. So that's a 15 years investment, right? So it takes so much time to build such a platform. And someone has to be really committed and should think long-term. Take a spreadsheet. Right? How many vendors are there out there in the market who does spreadsheet? There's only Microsoft, Google, and Zoho. It's not a trivial thing. It calls for decades of investment. And VC funded company are restless. They want a return, immediate returns. And since we are privately held, we have the luxury in terms of thinking long term. And as I said, engineering focus and privacy concerned company, privacy focused company. So that's pretty much a snapshot about Zoho for people who are new to the Zoho's ecosystem. You can appreciate that what kind of culture, what kind of DNA we carry, and we are an extremely engineering and tech focused company. So my second part is I just want to give a quick glance of, since I spoke about this market is really good, and globally how we are doing, and Middle East and Africa region is one of the fastest growing region, globally for us. And I just want to share some state of business. And any business, these are the 4 parameters for any SaaS company or cloud company. How your registrations are growing, how many customers you have had this year, how much revenue you're bringing in, what is the retention, right? So in terms of registrations, as I said, we started with 200,000 users in 2008. In 12 years, think about from 200,000 to 70 million registered users. And the last 5 years, compound annual growth rate, CAGR, is 28%. In last year, COVID times, we had a slight slump. There's a 22% growth, but we are going strong. As I speak, we have crossed actually 70 million. So this is a customer growth. Now you could see that our growth customer count has increased 6 times in last 7 years. And this is a revenue growth. We don't, being a privately held company, we don't share actual numbers, but you could see that the revenue has grown 12 times in last 8 years. Consistently, we are putting 34% growth year on year, which is very unheard, unlikely from when you compare to other SaaS and cloud vendors. It shows that our portfolio is strong, our customer base is strong, and we are doing extremely good. And in terms of churn, this is a very important parameter, right? So you can appreciate that in your business, the new customers you bring in, you make sure you want to retain them. That's more important than bring a new customer, right? One, for two reasons. One is they're going to pay you every year. For second reason is you have an opportunity to sell more products, more services, right? So in terms of churn, when the industry average is looking at 3.54%, Zoho's average is less than 3%. It's like 2.9%, right? So which means that after releasing Zoho 1, we see like more customers are retain and stay with us, and they use more. As they use more products in Zoho, they are likely to stay longer with Zoho, right? So our churn has really dropped significantly and way ahead of industry average. And this is something which I want to share it to our customers, during this pandemic time. Back in India, I'm sure you would have heard about, we had very tough time, very tough year, very bad COVID year, extremely affected, and a lot of business gone, a lot of organization gone out of business. And no, we thought things are going to be really bad for Zoho as well. But apparently, for God's grace, we had a far better than we are far better positioned than our any other competitors or any other vendors out there in the market. But I just want to quickly share what is our experience during last year, and just to illustrate again, to reflect the Zoho's culture. So we have a similar experience navigating in the past. Since I've been in this company for more than 20 years, right? In 2001, I'm not sure many of you are aware of this. Something called dot-com bubble happened in 2000, early 2000, right? We have been part of that bubble burst. We had a bad year, and we don't want to lay off any people. In Zoho's 25 years of ST, we haven't laid off people, right? So we said like we'll move those people to some other division, and that's how we have another brand called Manage Engine. I'm not sure how many of you have heard about Manage Engine. Okay, that's good. That's from Zoho, right? So we started. In fact, I started a couple of products in Manage Engine, and that's how we forked. We have seen the worst, where suddenly 99% of your customers vanished overnight. Overnight. That's a dot-com bubble. You haven't seen, none of you, most of you have not seen that kind of bubble burst, right? We have been exposed to all the dot-com companies, optical companies, fiber optic companies, stuff like that, right? 99% of our customer vanished overnight. Think about it for a second, right? What kind of a state of mind it would have been. But we thrived. We moved on, right? We forked ourselves into another brand, and Manage Engine actually created the revenue to invest us in Zoho, right? So and now Zoho is profitable, and we are in fact investing in a lot of other initiatives as well. But we have navigated very tough times, and we thought will navigate this COVID times as well. And at the same time, we want to help people as well. So the standard book is out of window. Survival first, growth is next. Survival is winning, and we have cut off all the essential spending. Being a global company, we are extremely profit. Cash flow is very cash flow rich company. We are sitting in a lot of pile of cash, but still we have cut all the travel, all the marketing expenses. Our Google spending from very substantial multi-million spending, overnight we said we make it zero. We took that call, and but customers count have been increasing. We felt that customers are showing us love, and they are signing up, and we are getting the constant. You could see that our revenue drop is from 29% to 22%, just 7% drop, but our spending was literally to zero, right? So the experience why I want to share is like, I'm sure all of you would have had a similar kind of state of mind in your business, but thing is like you need to really watch out your spending, cut your marketing spending, look at your essential spending, spend on essentials and stuff like that. And this is the most important thing I want to share. We help the communities, we help the customers. We launched something called ESAP, Employee Subscription Assistant Program. How many of you heard of ESAP program? Okay, that's good. We see like 10, 15 hands. Actually, a lot of customers, small and medium SMBs, the SMBs customers benefited. We gave free license to our customers and made sure they don't have to pay for the license during this COVID pandemic time. All right. And a lot of customers, thousands of customers got benefited out of the ESAP program. And we launched a remotely product where customers can work and interact with their customers through our remote tools, remote collaboration tools, where we have Zoho meeting and stuff like that as part of remotely. And this is an important thing. We launched Zoho Creators app program where we built hundreds of applications for free of cost to medical practitioners and paramedical staff and hospitals, non-profit organizations, and we did some a bit of help to the community. And this is one of the case study where a non-profit got really benefited out of this program and able to distribute relief materials. And Zoho, during this pandemic time, daily we fed 100,000 families meals daily, during this COVID pandemic time. So we spent a lot. We worked with the governments and made sure we distributed these relief materials and food materials during this COVID time. I just want to share this because naturally it comes to us. We are more community driven. We're committed to the community, and that's part of our DNA. And we launched something called Back to Work. Where a organization, they want to come back to work. They want to track all the from temperature to health related information about the employees, about the visitors. We have Back to Work product which is built on top of Zoho Creator. So that's the second part of my presentation. And the third piece is I want to share the MIA numbers, the Middle East and Africa numbers. So this is, as I said, number one is India is growing fastest. It's a number one for us globally. Number two is Middle East and Africa globally, the fastest growing region for us. And this is the revenue growth. Till date, this year, Q3, we are growing at 54%. All right. Our CAGR used to be 52%. Last year, we are 29%. And this is far ahead of any industry average. And these are the top products in Middle East and Africa. Zoho One is the tall leader, followed by CRM, which is a flagship individual product. And then Workplace is the Zoho Email. Again, we are doing extremely good there. Books, Desk. And this is the vertical, where we are serving. We are serving pretty much all the verticals: IT enabled, BFSI, manufacturing, real estate. And this is a breakdown of a company, the size of company we are serving. So you could see like 20% of our companies, the customers are more than 1,000 people, right? So, and we have very large customers who have like 30,000 employees completely onboarded into Zoho One kind of thing, right? So this can give you a feel that majority of customer SMBs, a substantial amount of mid-market and large enterprises are using Zoho, and especially Zoho One. And these are our global customers. They use for a very serious purpose, and we are proud to have them as customers. Especially coming to Egypt numbers, Egypt is number 4 MENA, Middle East and North Africa country in terms of revenue. We have UAE, Saudi, and then fourth is Egypt. And in terms of North Africa, obviously, Egypt is really the number one, and we have a really distant second, number 2, in North Africa. And these are the top products in Egypt. Again, Zoho One is doing extremely good. Workplace, email, people are looking at very good business email alternative, and Zoho Mail is doing extremely good in this market. CRM, people, and desk. These are the top 5 products with respect to revenue in this local market. And especially Zoho One being a number 1 product, till date this year, we are staring at 140% growth, more than 100% growth in this market. So that's why I said I'm really bullish about this market. And Zoho One is the flagship product for Zoho, and only few countries have more than 100% growth, and Egypt is one of them. All right, and that means great opportunity for people inside this room. And these are our sample customers. We are proud to have them our customer, and we are trying to get more case studies from our customers. And if you, as a customer, you are happy with Zoho, we have a team here. And if you want to give a case study, we have a video booth here feel free to drop by and give your case study or give your contact information. We can have a case study video testimonial where we'll feature you in our Zoho's social media and other marketing activities. It could be benefit, your story can benefit other customers. Feel free to get in touch with us. And I just want to touch upon the Zoho one, where this is an interesting fact. If you really look at, we think in Zoho one, average number of application would be like 4 or 5 application, but actually people are using 18 plus application on an average in Zoho one, and those applications are not provisioned by default, right? Customers have to provision by themselves, right? And these are the stats in terms of how many applications our customers are using. And this is one of the largest customer case study I want to share, where 28,000 employee company IAFL is using Zoho One, where this is a BFSA company, and pretty much for any requirement they use Zoho One. So this is a company which is exposed to a lot of financial stuff, and they started with CRM. They migrated to other multiple products, then they migrated to CRM plus, then they moved to Zoho One as they start using more products. So these are the replaced products. They have replaced different products, and they moved from Gmail to Zoho Mail. They moved from G Drive to Work Drive. They moved from Microsoft Office to our Writer, Sheet, and Show. And now they use 44 applications. 28,000 employees using 44 applications. This is a very good success story, and we have tons of these kind of success stories. I just took one and want to share with you because to illustrate that we are ready to cater, we are already catering very large customers, and they are quite happy using Zoho One. And this is an option we give to the customers. We can choose individual apps or platform like bundles or the operating system for business, which is a Zoho One. Right. So this is something in my last part of my presentation. I want to share key strategic partnerships we have stuck in this region. So we have partnership now with SMS gateway providers, SMS Mist, and it's been done in CRM. We'll be opening up in other Zoho products. Even payment gateways, we have integration. So we'll be announcing this sooner. And we have partnered with Dubai Economy, which is a sole trade license issuing authority in Dubai. You set up any business in Dubai, this is the entity, this is the government body which give the trade license to the business, right? And we have given $1,800 worth of credits to use Zoho One for all the customers who sign up with Dubai Economy. And this is the sample trade license certificate issued whenever you start a business in Zoho. Every business will have this trade license. And you could see at the bottom right, Zoho is the only vendor featured in the trade license issued by Dubai government. So there's no Microsoft, no Oracle, no SAP. So they did a due diligence, they vetted down, they basically like reviewed a lot of vendors, and Zoho made it. We are the only vendor featured in the and promoted by the government of UAE. And we also have a partnership with BNI, the Business Network International, where if you are a business part of BNI, you get some benefit out of this partnership. So my last couple of slides, I just want to summarize as a company, just 3 points. Our DNA is very strong and rooted. We have very open culture, long-term focus. Very common to hear from people that I am with Zoho for 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. We have the lowest attrition in this industry. When in India, we have 1/3 of the attrition. People stay with us long term because we want to make sure employee happiness. If employee is happy, they'll make the customers happy. That's a belief, right? And we value privacy and security. So this is the DNA of this company, which is thriving us, which is making us to build 50 plus applications. And in terms of, we call this as transnational localism. What I mean by that is think global and act local. So we want to build a company in Egypt as if we are running a local Egyptian company. Period. Right? We want to hire local people. We want to localize our products. We want to have local education, use education content. We want to strengthen our partners. The people who are inside this room with green lanyard, right? They are our partners, and we want to sell more through them. We want to train them. We want to get them to speed. We want to serve them. We want to help them join with them and make sure we provide the best experience to our customers. Provide more localization in our products. Uh, I agree. Like not all the Zoho products support Arabic or RTL. CRM, Creator, Mail, and some few products, key products already supported. But we are in the works of bringing Arabic support in all the products. We are committed. No, the fact that I'm standing here and talking, and the fact that we have 15 people travel from India shows that our commitment, and we are, we want to build a great company in Egypt, and I'm sure we'll be doing it. So that's a transnational localism, what we call it as think global and act local. And third is our products. Now, we have strong product portfolio, from customer experience to employee experience. We have the breadth, depth, and we are continuously innovating. You know, we have the best AI labs in our Zoho office. We have invested 10 years in AI, so that you can see it in a lot of products. So we have deep investment in our products, in our R&D, and that's three core pillars. Our culture, our transnational localism strategy, and our investment in products and technology. That pretty much summarizes Zoho, and that comes to a closure of my presentation. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. So I would be happy to take any questions. I know that we are running out of time. I just rushed a little bit, but if you have any questions, I can take a few questions. Yeah, there's a gentleman at the back. Okay.
Hello, this is Mohammed Nabil from MarketTune. Actually, I have a concern about your office in Egypt. So, what is coming next, and what is the function of your headquarters in Africa, I think, or something in region? And how partners should live with that? So, what is the rules and what we have to do and what you have to do? And we'll come to Egypt anyway.
Okay, that's a good question. You could, in fact, in one of my slides, I've said like offices in Egypt. We are registered, and in fact, we are in the last lap of the entity registration. So we'll have a exclusive business Zoho entity registered in Cairo. Now we already registered, just that the paperwork, signing work is the last mile. We are doing it, and we have already hired an office. We already have an office in New Cairo, and we hired few employees here. And in fact, one of my agenda here is even to hiring and meet people and hire people. Right? Yesterday I had a couple of interviews, and so we are hiring local people, creating local jobs, and we a local office also. We have hired. I'm sure my next presentation, our regional director Ali Shavdar is going to talk more on our office and our commitment here. And when it comes to partners, this is a local, this is Arabic language and regional language, and we are not, we are being a global company. It's not English driven market, that's a fact. So we want to thrive. We want to push our channel. We want to push our partners, but help at the same time. We want to have our presence here locally, so that we come with the product and technology background and strong tech background, and our partners, they come with the local flavor, local language, and stuff like that, right? And that combination is going to provide the best bring the best outcome for our customers. All right. So that's a kind of a strategy we are adopting, and we are onboarding a lot of partners. In fact, yesterday we had an event called Zoho Inspire. Like Zoholics, we have an exclusive event for our partners, right? Before our event of Zoholics event, one day before we'll have this event, we had close to 25 partners, participated yesterday, and we shared our marketing and whatnot tips, and we had good networking in terms of, and they are really bullish and really happy. They want to, and wherever gaps we identify with respect to partners, we want to augment that gap. We want to fill that gap as a vendor, right? So that's a kind of a strategy we are evolving.
Okay. Yeah, one more thing. Actually, when we talk about your headquarters office in Dubai and talking about Cairo, actually, we are having a potential and looking to be a technology hub
Exactly.
in Africa. So I think this should be a part of your strategy.
Absolutely.
Otherwise, if this big market in you and it has an amazing opportunity go to Dubai, so actually wouldn't feel that that can help.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I think you nailed it actually. No, in fact, yesterday I echoed the same sentiment to our partners. Zoho VC Egypt is the India for the whole Asia Pacific. So India is, is a market which drives all the developer-centric things. Similarly, we see Egypt as the hub for all the developer activities in Middle East and Africa region. In Dubai, you won't get this kind of skill set, this kind of a talent pool, in UAE when it comes to technology or developers. So we want to make this. So UAE would be the business headquarters, and this would be a technology headquarters, probably, inshallah, going forward, for the whole Middle East and Africa region. And that's why we are setting up. This is a good start, setting up an office, hiring, but we have grand plans. Thank you.
Thank you for your presentation. I waited for the competition slide to be satisfied when you choose when you decide to choose Zoho. Could you brief competitive edge of Zoho over the other competitors?
Okay, so let me repeat the question if I understood right. So you want to know, does Zoho caters to different sized customers? Is that what you're looking at? I'm sorry if I...
Why I choose Zoho over the other competitors?
Okay. So why should I choose Zoho against other vendors, other competitors, right? Two reasons. One is Zoho has the breadth and the depth, right? Can you just point me to one vendor which pretty much covers all the products that can serve all the department and organization, from sales to support to IT to finance to your basically marketing, all the departments, and affordable software. And those software really gets deeper. Look at CRM 5 years back and now, how much it has evolved. Look at books, look at creator, look at mail, right? So each product, we call each product manager is the CEO of that company, right? Which means that they take independent decisions, they will be building that product. And so to give the first answer, the breadth and depth, right, of the portfolio of Zoho products. And Zoho One, nothing can come closer to Zoho One, right? That's number one. And number two is we are not a VC funded VC funded companies where they will not allow you to refund your profits back in the company in R&D, right? So we are more R&D driven company where all the profits we invest back in this company, and that's how we have 50 plus applications today, right? If you are VC funded company, all the competitors are predominantly VC funded. So they are pretty much one product company. And second is they want to either go public or want to sell it. Right? The future is at stake of that company, and the founders will move away. You take the track record of any companies, right? And we are here to stay. We are a company built for last 25 years. And I'm looking forward for next 25 years. Right? So I would say these two reasons. Thank you.
In benefit of time, we would like to wrap up the questions, but anyway, Haider will be available for one-on-one questions. You can talk to him and during the networking sessions, and also later when we are wrapping up, we'll have a complete question and answer session with all the Zoho employees.
Thank you, everyone.
Haider.
Thank you, everyone.
So thank you, Haider. I hope you've got clarity on what plans we have for Egypt as well as for the region. So up next, we have Ali Shavdar, the Regional Director for MEA, who will be talking about what's new in Zoho. So Ali joined Zoho 4 years back, but then he has been a Zoho user since 2008. And he built a CRM for his real estate company one afternoon using Zoho Creator. And in his own words, he fell in love with Zoho and Zoho created the same day. So, and Ali is, I'm so sorry. So this is a very interesting fact about him. In his time with Zoho, as much as success as he's achieved, from a person who couldn't even eat a spoonful of Indian food, he's gone to somebody who's relishing the spicy Indian biryani every day. So over to you, Haider Ali.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Well, I guess eating biryani is quite obvious. I can't wear my jackets anymore. Good morning to everybody. It's great to see you. Familiar faces, new faces. It's amazing to be back in Cairo again. Last time I was here, the first time I was here, was our first Zoholics 2 years ago before the pandemic. And since then, I think I visited around 6 times. And I cannot stop traveling to Cairo. All right, let's get to it. I believe we have limited time. We started a bit late, but we'll get to it for sure. All right, what's new in Zoho? There's always something new about Zoho. And even as a customer, as a fanboy, many years ago, I always waited to see what new products are there and what new features are added to the ecosystem. When I first started using Zoho, probably not us, Zoho had 5 apps. And today we're talking about 50 applications. And this is a little bit over a decade. So it's quite an impressive work our engineers are doing and the way we actually encourage them to build more and more apps. But today I'm going to touch on 3 main areas. Pricing, what's new on pricing, which I believe everybody knows, but it's worth mentioning. Product, and also the operations that we have. A gentleman asked, and it's quite an interesting topic. We'll get deeper into that. So pricing. We introduced specific pricing in many countries, including Egypt. Given the fact that economies are different across the region, affordability is different, the size of entrepreneurs, micro-entrepreneurs are different, we customized pricing specifically for Egypt. It's probably more than 25% lower than the average in the region. To give you an example, Zoho One, our entire platform, is £315 per month per user. We sell the exact same thing in UAE for £577. So for a company of 10 people, you're talking about 2,600 plus pounds of savings if you're based in Egypt. So this is actually working really well for businesses who are based in here or also based in here and are selling outside Egypt. We also started accepting payments in Egyptian pounds. Thanks to our partners, our customers, we realized that due to the fluctuations of Egyptian pounds versus dollar, and also the difficulty of sending dollars outside the country, it's easier for people to pay in pounds. We are one of the few tech companies who accomplished that, and we're absorbing the cost. So no matter what, you're paying $315 for Zoho One. Products, exciting part. So there's a lot of updates coming up. But let's just start with the free edition of Zoho Invoice. Who's using Zoho Invoice? 1 person, 2 people. I used Zoho Invoice for around 7, 8 years when I was a freelancer, way back when. And it was my favorite tool because it was allowing me to do my business for minimum cost. So now you have a powerful invoicing tool that is free of charge, cloud-based. You can handle your basic taxes, streamline your payment collection so you can charge people via credit card or PayPal or some other tools, and track expenses. As entrepreneurs, as micro SMEs, we spend money on fuel, on travel, etc., on day-to-day basis. Buy stationery, buy a new mouse. We want to track those expenses and not forget at the end of the day, see what is our gross profit, what is our net profit. So it just effortlessly, you just take your phone, scan the bills, and it goes there and works with your expenses. There's a client portal. So just imagine if you are a business of 1 or 2 people and you tell your customer, here's the link, go and see the invoice on my portal. The level of professionalism will be way different than sending an Excel file to your customer. Out of the box, we have around 30 plus reports that you don't need to customize. You can just see all the basics. and do time tracking. If you or one of your employees or your partner is working time-based, you want to calculate how much time they, because you're paying them based on time, you can actually track that as well. And of course, we have 2 native mobile apps for Android and iOS. So all of this has become free. Zoho Expense. This is our flagship expense tracking application, which is being used by micro entrepreneurs and to enterprises. They're tracking the expense of thousands of employees. So we have added more and more features to this. It's super cool. We use it in Zoho as well, when we travel especially. So you can track expenses with more control and compliance, focus on budgets, spend limits depending on the ranking of the employee or the budget they have. So if I'm a marketer, I should be having a lower spend limit compared to our procurement or logistics staff. So they hit those limits without manually going and tracking things. Fraud detection. Well, this could happen by incident. I might be scanning 2 invoices, one invoice twice, or it could be some malicious intention. So improvements there. There's a new travel management feature, the whole section. You can do collaboration. There's a chat feature, a bunch of other features that people can collaborate within expense together. And also we added some AI features that make suggestions and makes your life easy and find anomalies and issues that might actually make the accountants work a bit harder. Next up, Zoho Books. Who's using Zoho Books here in Egypt? Wonderful, wonderful. And I believe one of the main questions from last time or request was VAT compliancy. We're still working on it. Invoicing compliance is coming, hopefully very soon. Of course, it's a government process. It takes a bit of time to get some signatures done. But what we did in the interim, so we can use Zoho Books even better, is that you can manually go and add your taxation information. So customized to the region, you can add your rating and a bunch of other things to make sure that you're on the safe side of the law. As soon as we launch the invoicing feature, our team will actually, our colleague Guru today and tomorrow will take you through more an in-depth conversation about our finance suite. Zoho Mail is right to left now. You can more comfortably write in Arabic. We keep adding our apps into this bucket of Arabic applications. We have CRM, Creator, Desk, a bunch of other apps, and Mail today is becoming fully Arabic, which is, I believe, could be a welcome change. Zoho Begin. Has anybody used Zoho Begin? One person. Cool. So this is our answer to micro businesses that do not need a full-fledged CRM. So I was talking with someone 2 days ago, and they were saying me that they are still relying on a spreadsheet and use it as a CRM. So all the contacts, all the life cycle of the customer and the pipeline is just Excel files. This is very dangerous. And if you want to share this with your accountant or a potential partner, they'll be like, the data might not be that reliable. So Begin is the answer to that. If CRM is too much for a business, Begin could be the answer. As a mobile app, starts free, and it's a very cost-effective solution. And we added a lot of features, more integration, better search, much better contextual search. You can do a lot of things with it. Analytics. Analytics is our business intelligence software. And it's getting better and better and better. From a simple reporting application, it is now an AI-enabled platform where you can literally sit and talk to the system. If you connect enough data, proper data coming from your business and other vectors, you can actually get the analysis you want. Now, we added data prep, which is a machine learning driven self-service data preparation tool. That's a mouthful. And it has pipelines and it integrates really well back into the analytics, allows you to make better decisions in your business. Data stories. We used Zoho Sites, existing app, plus Zoho Show, and now it allows the data admins, data scientists, to tell stories through reports, through data, and make it possible for decision makers to understand data better. So if you're into data, if you're accountants, data scientists, or we love numbers, we're okay with the spreadsheets and reports. But if I want to take a report to my CEO, even if he's a data scientist, he has probably 30 seconds for me. So it's better be a visual representation of what's going on in the company. So he can spend few seconds, understand what's up, and then make a decision for the next step. Augmented Analytics, we brought Zia, which is our AI assistant, in a conversational way. As I said, you can talk to the system, you can type, show me so-and-so between so-and-so, and get a proper report. And we either added a what-if capability. So what if our sales is below 500,000, then show something else. What if our Cairo region is stronger than probably Casablanca? So then you will get different results. Wonderful. Also, we have marketplace feature now, which means partners, developers can build either generic or industry-driven, domain-specific analytical apps. If you want to connect and do Zoho Analytics to Shopify for an e-commerce company, now you can do it much better. And of course, if you build such plugin or app, you can sell it. It's your own property. CRM, our favorite app, we added a new feature called Canvas. The thing about CRM is that it is the beating heart of our business, and it holds a lot of data. And salespeople, it is the best weapon, biggest weapon in a salesperson's, arsenal. But usually we don't like it because it's very complicated. We managed to make Zoho CRM very easy to use, but with Canvas, it's now even more pleasant to look at, more easier to interact with. Now you can customize the way everything, almost everything, looks like with drag and drop and improve customer experience and employee experience. So please do use these features and ask us about how they work. Now, Zoho Creator, my favorite, and I could see that in the past couple of years is one of the favorite apps in Egypt. We are releasing Zoho Creator 6. I got a special permission from Haider to talk about this, still under the wraps. I'm not going to show you any screenshots, but it is becoming an entire platform. It's not an app building app anymore. So we have so many awesome features coming together to make sure that if you're building a solution with Creator, it actually is on par with if someone spent 12 months or 24 months made it on Visual Studio. So App Creator, some of these are very familiar to you. App Creator, integration, business process creation. We improved every bit of this. We are focusing on microservices. This is kind of next level. We're not going to get deep into that. And about Creator, by the way, we have 2 sessions. My colleague Remia will take you through it. You can see it's about Creator 5, but about 6, stay tuned. We will definitely focus on that later. We're still building more. So those were updates to what you already know. Now we have Zoho Learn. Zoho Learn is a learning management system. You can design courses, you can build entire courses, either set up your own LMS website and sell courses, or set it up for your organization, for your HR department, sales department. Has a lot of cool features. You can log on to zoho.com/learn and learn more about Learn. Contracts. That was one of the missing pieces in the Zoho One puzzle. We deal with a lot of legal documents. So far, we could put our documents on Writer and take it through workflows and sign it with Zoho Sign. Now with contracts, it's more structured and has a lot of features that the lawyers like it, and has compliance features that, of course, is much better to do contracts here. So stay tuned for more. We're going to have an announcement in probably a week There's something really cool coming up. I cannot talk about it. I promised the PR team I won't say anything, but for the next 10 days, stay tuned. We're going to make an announcement. It's a really cool thing coming up. And of course, to Creator 6 and the other apps that are coming up. All right. Let's go to operations, what we're doing in Egypt and what our plans are. So as you know, and Haider mentioned, we have a new office. It's not launched yet. It's almost there. We opened it in New Cairo, Fifth Settlement, my new favorite place. It's very accessible. It's a small one, but we're building a team. So far, we have 4 people in our team, Muhammad, Aya, Andrew, and Ne'ma. All of them are here today. You can meet them. They can help you with different areas of the business. And the idea of expanding, as Haider mentioned, the vision is transnational localism, is for Egyptians to be present in the Egypt office and support and serve Egyptian customers and partners. Our partners are our extended family, and our employees are their extended family. So it's always the case that our office is open to our partners. They can utilize our team, our space, the way they want. This is to support, not to compete. And that's how we can serve our customers much better. So we'll let you know about the launch event, hopefully in the next month. Again, we're waiting for a couple of signatures, totally out of our control, but we're so excited to open this office and expand. So if you or you know anybody who's interested and to work for Zoho, do let us know. We're hiring in a bunch of areas: marketing, sales, support. We want smart engineers and marketers. And as was mentioned multiple times, we want to see Egypt to be the tech hub for the entire Arabia. This is phase 1. Then we will expand it to the other areas, the whole Middle East and Africa. It has the capability, it is capable, this country, and it makes us proud when we see companies and startups come up from Egypt. They launch in UAE or KSA for some reasons, but they become, the sweethearts of the market. Kafu is one of the examples. I can count, but I will forget. So this makes us proud, really. Wonderful. And now it's your turn to reach out to us, to share your moments with us. Let us know about what your learnings are, what your requests are. If you're a customer, do let us know what the pain points are. What are your requests? What's in your wish list? And if you're still considering Zoho, giving our partners a hard time to close that deal, do come to us. Let us have that conversation together. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ali.
Time for a question? No time for questions. I'm available for the next 2 years. Thank you.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Thank you, Ali. So up next, we have Islam Anis, the CTO and co-founder of Sotec Technologies. He started his career in cybersecurity, and with 8+ years of experience, he founded his open source startup that empowers startups with technological edge to compete with big players. Thank you, Islam, for being with us today here. And he's one of our favorite customers in Egypt. We usually don't play favorites, but yet we just couldn't help it. So he's going to talk about his experience using Zoho One. Thank you, Islam.
هلو صباح الخير يا جماعة، عاملين ايه؟ كله تمام؟ طيب let me introduce كده Sotec briefly. أنا إسلام أشرف, co-founder و CTO of Sotec. Mainly Sotec